Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And I've been thinking a lot recently about the movie Joker. Came out last year, made a lot of money, started a lot of conversations, won a lot of awards, and now the question becomes, what about the future? Should there be a future? Should there be another Joker movie? And a lot of people would probably argue, yes. Yes, there should be. The movie did so much money, it would be fundamentally stupid of Warner Brothers to not capitalize on that success. To which case, I actually have to say, I disagree. I don't think there should be a sequel to Joker. I think it's fine the way it is. It should exist the way that it is. Anything more, and you're putting too much pressure. You are. Which is why I've put together this list of the 5 reasons why there shouldn't be a Joker sequel. Now, again, you're probably going to agree with some of these or disagree with some of these, or all or none. It's entirely up to you. But let's take a look here at number 5. Here's why, the 5th reason why I think there shouldn't be a Joker sequel, and that's because there won't be the same media stigma. The Joker was an unmitigated success in the eyes of the movie-going public, as well as comic book fans who were very happy with the film winning Best Actor. Access media, who trashed the movie before its release, claiming it would bring about another Aurora shooting, never, ever apologized for their comments, and therefore the pressure of the fear of missing out, or FOMO, wouldn't be as present for a sequel. The media salivating for a violent incident would probably keep the film from reaching the same level of success as it did before. And I don't think I'm wrong on that. There was a lot of people that were looking at how the media was covering the Joker from before it came out, and you could see that there was a lot of people in access media and entertainment media that were almost salivating for there to be another James Holmes dressed as the Joker going into a crowded theater. They wanted it because they knew that it would prove them right. But when it proved them wrong, they said nothing. And many of them eventually jumped on the bandwagon without ever giving it an actual apology. And I think that would probably severely impact the return on this movie. Now, number 4 here is all about how the mental health struggles that we saw Arthur Fleck go through would have such a hard time being recaptured. There is a reason why Joker was so timely. We do have a lot of people who suffer from mental health issues in this country and in our modern society. There is no question about that. So when you look at the idea here of mental health and how it was portrayed in the film, recapturing that, especially given the ending of the movie, is going to be tough. Now, I say here that one of the key aspects of Joker that spoke to the mainstream audience was one of mental health issues. We know that there is a massive stigma associated with mental health and violence in modern society, and the messaging of that in Joker is one thing that kept the conversation going. Arthur Fleck isn't a hero, but his journey into madness is one that resonates with many. Society forgetting the most vulnerable is a timeless tale, but unless Fleck goes full Robin Hood, the sequel will undoubtedly miss the mark and sully the reputation of the first movie. And I completely stand by that statement. If it doesn't capture the mental health struggle or some other kind of societal struggle, it's not worth doing. It simply isn't. And I follow that up here with number 3, because really money isn't everything. Many people will say that because Joker pulled in over 1.1 billion at the global box office and won many awards, it needs a sequel. That's actually false. The Joker was an absolute success because it was a movie first and a comic book movie second. Todd Phillips fought Warner Bros. For over a year to get the minimal budget needed to make the film and to tell the story. While he might have joked about a sequel, the likelihood of him taking it seriously is small. Besides, without the Batman as his foil, the allure of the character would wear off quite quickly. And going back to the previous point, Arthur Fleck is not a hero. He's not a hero. So trying to turn him into the protagonist of another story, it just completely delineates what they did before. It just takes away from the value of the previous film, and I think they would lose their messaging. And I bring that up again here in number 2 because Todd Phillips has been down this path before. Anyone here remember the Hangover trilogy? Now, in 2009, Todd Phillips' The Hangover hit theaters and was an immediate success with audiences. Warner Brothers greenlit 2 sequels, and in 2011 we got The Hangover Part 2, and in 2013 The Hangover Part 3 finished the trilogy. While there were talks for The Hangover Part 4, the franchise as a whole had started to wear audiences down, and a lot of that had to do with Todd Phillips not being able to deliver on a good enough story. And that is true. If you go and you look at the stories for Hangover Part 2, it's just a rehash of Part 1, and Part 3 was just a we need to do another movie, let's just go super crazy, and it didn't really fit the tone or the narrative of what had come before it. Joker was written as a one shot, and it should in fact just stay there. And number one, this is the big one here, and this is why I really think they should just keep it to one movie. It's not connected to the DCEU. As fans of Zack Snyder's rage all over the internet concerning the Snyder Cut of Justice League and the continued future of the DC Extended Universe, Joker was always designed as a one-shot Elseworld story. Warner Brothers should keep making these kind of thought-provoking films and garner the money and praise from audiences the world over, rather than shoehorn them into an existing continuity that they aren't the most invested in. And I say this as a massive DCEU fan and one that wants to see the franchise continue. But I look at something like Joker and I know and I realize that this is something that needs to be done on its own. It needs to just stay as a one shot. Otherwise, you do run the risk of eventually going to tie it into the continuity of the DCEU, whether it's via Flashpoint or the Batman or whatever they plan on doing. And if not done correctly, then it's going to really run the risk of hurting the franchise. And since we know that Todd Phillips isn't interested in wanting to connect this to any known universe, it's playing with fire, and they should err on the side of caution. Now, you may not agree with these 5 reasons, but I'm thankful that you got to this part of the video and you've listened. Now, I do want to hear your thoughts and your opinions about this. Are there reasons that I missed here that you feel would make a better reason for there not to be a sequel? Or let me ask you the reasons why you think there should be a sequel, and let me know down in the comments below. I really do look forward to that. As always, this is simply just my opinion. Yours could wildly, irrevocably be different than mine, but that's okay. That's great. We're here. We're having these conversations. At the end of the day, the mental health conversation in Joker is what matters the most to me. And I would love to see it continue, but I want to see it done in a way that's respectful to the source, respectful to the messaging, and not just a simple cash grab. We've seen Warner's do this before with Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and their current leadership doesn't quite know what to do with anything anyway. So maybe just putting a pin in this for the time being and letting it just sit there and let people deal with it is going to be the best course of action to secure its legacy in the annals of film history. But as always, I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. And if you enjoy these little videos where I basically recreate it in a PowerPoint presentation, let me know and I'll do more of them. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day and peace out.